Alright, you know this is going to be a good episode when right in the title screen there's some hidden stuff. Look at this. If you look very closely, it says Smash Brothers. Can you believe it? Okay, so I started this show because I'm so interested in stuff that gets unused or hidden behind something that you're not allowed to see. You get that. Yeah. If you've seen the show before, you understand what I'm talking about. But this episode, it makes it all worth it. You have no idea how much stuff you're about to see that you have never been able to see before in Super Smash Bros. Melee, a game that I'm sure that most of you have played for years. Tons of stuff that you're gonna be like, really? Because that's pretty much how I was this entire episode. I just could not believe all the stuff that I was finding. It's insane. So, yeah, get ready for that. If you missed the last episode, it was Super Mario Galaxy. I'm gonna put some stupid edit in there so that you can click on that if you want to see that episode. But this one's a good one, so please stay tuned, because you're gonna love it. Trust me. You'll trust me. So, first off, the character select screen. You'd think nothing, right? Maybe some weird shapes in the background, but nothing all that cool. No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Check this out. This whole time, those weird effects in the background were actually saying select. Crazy. Alright, moving on. Even on the stage select screen, there's something. It boggles my mind why they even went through the effort, but it's astounding. So in the background here, you have all sorts of graffiti or actual words spelled out, so you can see Nintendo All-Stars. Obviously, Super Smash Brothers has to be thrown in there. I can see the word Rumble. And this is just the beginning of the video. Just wait and see what else we got here. Now, to me, this is the most interesting stage that Melee has to offer. If you zoom out, this is the entire track. This ring that you're about to see is all terrain that is rendered at the same time. So, at any given time during this match, all this stuff is rendered in. And so, we're actually going to do a little bit of a tour of the ring. First, I want to kind of give you a little perspective shot of just how big this level is compared to the Great Fox, which you fight on. And now we're going to move on to the actual tunnel. So here we go, this is the tunnel, and yeah, it's really fun. I'm basically flying through it like I'm on an R-Wing, and it goes on for so long that I couldn't even show you the whole thing. It's insane. And I don't mean to keep using that word, but that's just the only way I can describe what this whole experience has been so far. It's nuts! I can't believe how much terrain they rendered for just this one stage. So you may be saying at this point, Derek, you sure are going through these clips awfully fast. Well, have you seen the runtime on this video? There's so much stuff to show you. So anyways, look at this right here. We got this village that I saw on the cliffside, and I had to stop and check it out. And in typical She Says fashion, I'm going to give you a tour of the village by following the trail. Isn't this insane? This is in the Mario stage. It's crazy that they took the time to render this. But yeah, we don't have too much time to spend on this level. This was the most interesting part, and we're going to move on. So now we're on to the FZero stage, and this is another one of the stages where they left everything in. There's nothing that pops in with this stage, so we're going to zoom out. And right now we got the clouds covering up the stage, so we're going to zoom a little bit back in, and there you go. You can actually see the cars moving at this height. And the cool thing too is that when the stage starts moving, it does a little roundabout tour that I decided to leave in, which I thought was really cool. But since we don't want that to happen again, I paused the match, and now we're going to go through the stage and check out some of the finer details. If you see right here, it actually says Smash 2, which I thought was really cool. I never noticed that before. You might have already noticed that just by playing the game regular. Here's some images of, I think they're the FZero racers, but I can't really tell. Can somebody let me know? Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, on to the next stage. Okay, so we're at the first level of Adventure Mode, and right off the bat you can see the giant wall that we were never able to cross in our lives. It's cool to see how big it actually is. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, over here is the golf course that was meant for, I'm assuming Mario Golf, of course. And yeah, now here I zoom out the map and you can see this excellent eagle-eye view of the Mario stage. It's absolutely stunning. And over here is a 2D pixelated version of the Mushroom Kingdom Castle. And if you go over here, we got little Toad running around in the background. Thought I'd give you a nice good close-up look of him. It's a little hard because the camera was being really finicky for some reason, but there he is. Alright, I think we're going to move on to the rest area now for All-Star mode. Check it out. I think everybody remembers how restrictive this camera was whenever you were in this mode. Now we actually get to see what's going on. As you can see, they just did a lot of long trails, and it's a nice big pasture with a little bit of a hilly side just beyond the character themselves, as you can see. And of course, in the background, there is the fountain, light post, and a bench. And, you know, if you kept a close eye out, you could have seen it for yourself, but we're going to zoom in right now and take a look at it nice and close. So there it is. Not a whole lot of detail to it, but, you know, there you go. Never have you been able to get so close to these items before, and I find it incredibly interesting. Alright, now on to the trophy room. Oh, trophy room, what secrets do you hold? A couple, actually. So if we go over here, you're going to see the player's guide for Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Japanese version. I think I can pull up a box art for it and do a comparison. And if you go over here, the Nintendo Entertainment System has the power buttons both say system. I don't know why it does that, but I thought that was really interesting. Both the power and the reset button say system in backwards. There's the Super Nintendo. And the TV has HAL Laboratory at the bottom, which I thought was a really nice touch. So, yeah, just going to do a little zoom out here so you can get a full perspective of the room. Isn't it nice? Alright, now on to the next stage, which is the escape route. Just thought, you know, I'd get some of the details that you get to see at the top, because it's very Metroid-y when you get around here. And yeah, it looks so great. Like, the amount of detail that they put into this is astounding. But not too much to say about it, so we have to move on. Sorry, Pichu. Ice Climber stage. A lot of you asked about this stage, and, well, here it is. Not too much to say about it, unfortunately. There isn't anything in the finer details, but when you zoom it out, you can kind of see that it looks like what I can only describe as two continents. Or maybe two icebergs, depending on what your perspective is. Of course, the iceberg would be stone in this case, but yeah. So we're gonna move on to Hyrule Temple now, and I'm sure a lot of you are excited for this one. There is some very interesting stuff here. If you move over to the right, you can start to see there's the Temple of Time, I believe, which is really interesting. But there's also buildings on the top, and we're gonna go and take a tour through this area and just show you everything that this background has to offer. So we start off on the roof of what I describe as the Temple of Time. I could be wrong. We try to avoid looking to the left because it's very ugly. And over here you can see there's this little bridge with a little door. And of course I go into the door. You think I'd ever leave a door unchecked? Well, you'll find out in a moment. So, we go inside the door. Obviously, why would they put any effort inside the door? But, you know, gotta go in, gotta check. And then here we got a temple. And this is what I want to believe is a temple from Zelda 2. Again, I can be wrong, but doesn't it look an awful lot like a temple from Zelda 2? I think so. So, this is from a perspective of a character, and we zoom out. We zoom out because we want to see if there's anything left to explore for the stage. And remember when I told you that I don't leave any door unchecked? Yeah, I got you covered. So here we go. We got this area right here, and then this door over here. And of course, there's nothing. But traveled inside, and now you know. And lastly, the Temple of Time's door is through these pillars, and I thought I'd give you a first-person perspective of what it would be like to walk up to this building. So enjoy. Now on to the very last stage of our episode. The Pokemon Stadium. This is really one of those stages that looks great when you zoom it out. So, look at this. You got the fireworks in the background. I figured, what better way could you end this episode? I can't think of one. So, it's absolutely stunning looking. And there's one little detail that I wanted to zoom in on because I thought it was odd, and if anybody knows what this is, please let me know because I'm so interested in it. But over here, there's just this little blue tower. I don't know what it is exactly. It looks like a blue Christmas tree or an Eiffel Tower of some sort. I don't know. But if someone could tell me, that would be great. So, that's about all I got for you today. So I'm just going to leave you with an eagle-eye view of the Pokemon Stadium. Enjoy. Wasn't that awesome? I got a huge kick out of the menus. The menus was my favorite part by far. Was not expecting that whatsoever. But man, what a find that was. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I love this series so much. I am definitely not stopping anytime soon. I should be putting out episodes every 3 days or so. If you want to see more, you know how it works. You press the subscribe button, but I'm not going to keep telling you to do that every week. I feel like that's just like begging. So, yeah, next episode's either going to be the Wind Waker or Mario Kart Double Dash. So it's up to you guys to decide. I'm absolutely going to go with the most amount of votes on this one. So let me know and I will get right to it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a nice night. Bye.